Donald Trump does not see himself as principally the president of the United States. He sees himself principally as the greatest television star in the country or in the world. He sees his job as creating the kinds of conflicts that play well on television and attract an enormous audience on television. Of course, Donald Trump wants to win, but I think it's a question of what he wants to win. During the campaign, I was asking him about his goals. What was the goal here? And he was very precise. He said his goal was to be the most famous man in the world. And that was a goal, that's a sort of goal independent of being the president of the United States. And I think that by running for the presidency, he believed he would become the most famous man in the world. And I think that that's true. I think that happened. Then, almost incidentally, or like a great cosmic mistake, he actually became the president. So, and I think that was confusing to literally everybody everywhere, but it was also confusing to Donald Trump. He attained his goal to be the most famous man in the world. Now he was also president, and he has to deal with that. It would have been easier for him, better for him. I think he would have been happier just to have been the most famous man in the world rather than the president who is the most famous man in the world, held accountable every second of every day. One of the things, the Trump phenomenon, and one of the things that makes it so compelling is that so much of it appears beyond explanation. It's not about politics. If you traced it, if you tried to parse the politics of this, and politics, remember, is about a kind of hyper rationality. You fall down, you collapse. And how is it that Donald Trump, one of the world's greatest womanizers, I mean, a man obsessed with womanizing, a man who Donald Trump once told one of his friends, which I quote in the book, that the thing that makes life worth living is sleeping with your friends' wives. So how can you draw a logical line from there to the fact that he has wide support among American evangelical Christians? I can't explain this. Nobody can explain this, except perhaps in show business terms, that he has managed to do. He's a reality star. The nature of reality programming is to create as much conflict as you can. Conflict every minute. The more conflict, the more successful you will be. And I think he has applied that lesson to politics.